to this 1/144 scale Y-Wing Starfighter trio build. So we got gold leader, and this is gold 2, aka gold 5, and gold 3. So, we're not done with this yet. We still got work to do. Alright, so you'll notice I still have not yet attached the cannons. Those are safely kept in the box. Don't want to involve those yet at all. What I want to do is start the weathering process, okay? So people were saying, you know, at least one guy said, hey, congratulations, good job. Well, no, I'm not done yet. The last video was like August or so of 2017, and I want to get back to finishing this. So what I'm going to use is Mr. Weathering colors. I'm going to use multi-white and multi-gray. These are the ones that the magazines always recommend for these. Now these are enamel based, I'm pretty sure, so you got to be careful. Bandai plastic is a bit more, you know, becomes a little bit more delicate. Especially, never use this kind of stuff on the ABS plastic. You don't want to do that. Alright, so let me move these guys out of the way here. And what I want to do is, I got this gray here. It's maybe a little bit darker than it needs to be. I just kind of want to go over this stuff with kind of like a wash here, but this is a little bit darker than it needs to be. So, what I shall do, and yes, I am an American that uses the word shall. I never noticed that Americans don't use it until I started teaching English and I realized I'm the only one that uses it. I'm gonna drop some of this down here. There. That's plenty to work with for now, I'm sure. Okay, now it's really neat. They have little ball bearings in these jars here, and wait, this doesn't want to open up. There we go. Okay, and let me wipe this off. Great. Okay, I'm gonna make sure this is completely stirred up. Okay, now what I might do is just, maybe it's not going to work after all. Alright, here we go. There. Kind of lighten it up a little bit. Little bit, maybe lighten it up a little bit more. There. And I'm going to light it up a little bit more. There we go. Come on, white. Oh, shoot. It's dribbling down the side here. Oh my gosh. Alright. Alright, that's kind of a nice wash color here. Okay, great. I'm going to wipe this off. There. Now, I'm going to be using plenty of these, I think. Let me put this cap back on. Alright. Alright, both of them are pretty secure. Great. Alright, so what I want to use is just a kind of a big sloppy brush. I'm going to try going over these guys here. Let's see how this goes. Okay. Just kind of want to blend the colors together a bit. Now I might want to avoid these long pipes, because it might kind of make it a little bit brittle, and I don't want that to happen. And I'm just going to go over this whole thing here. Just want to help kind of blend in the colors a little bit. So there is a really great video by Bashing Kits, and he did Blue Leader, the X-Wing. He did a really fantastic job, I think. So please watch his video. He's using a lot of stuff that you won't see in my videos because I live in Japan. He lives in England, okay? And as a result, you know, you're gonna see stuff in my videos. They're like, "Hey, dude, oh my gosh, how do I get that? I want to find it." And I'm like, "Dude, you know what? I don't know where to get it." Okay, so sorry, but that might be the appeal of watching my silly videos. Because even though I'm not that good of a modeler, at least you can see that, hey, this is cool. This is something I have in Japan that I can't get where I live. And I think maybe that's the primary appeal to tuning in and watching my videos, because I'm not that good of a modeler. But definitely check out his videos. He's a pretty cool guy. Learned a bit from him, and I learned about Nuln oil from him. And I just got contacted by somebody. Yeah. Alright, so I think this is good enough, I suppose. Just as a preliminary wash here. Just kind of going over this crap here. Yeah, it's going to take a while for this stuff to dry too, right? Okay. So this is Gold Leader. It's pretty nice and thin. It's not overwhelming at all. Okay. Now also what I want to make sure though is that the windows don't get obscured, because that would look weird. Don't want these to be weathered. So I'll just take off the excess there. So I don't know if this is going to be the final video or if I'm going to end up stretching this into a couple more videos. But we'll just see how this goes. Okay. Now, again, these decals, decals, if you want to call them that, are courtesy of Nicholas Sagan. I know him off of Starship Modeler Forum, and I provided a link to his eBay. He's doing lots, and he's even got like decals for the Star Destroyer and stuff like that. The Bandai Star Destroyer. He's really kicking ass with the custom decals. I'm really happy about what he's doing. He's certainly filling in a gap. That is for sure. Okay. Now, this is maybe good for just a first going over. Make this nice and filthy. Just go over this a few times, and then this way maybe the colors aren't quite so bold. I just realized that there's no stripe for Gold Leader along the side of the cockpit module. That's kind of weird. There we go. This is Gold 5. Oh no, this is Gold 3. There we go. Looking nice. So yeah, just doing this to blend in the decals so that they don't look quite so stark. And this is the one that has that stuff down below here. See? Look at that. It looks a lot more worn. It looks a little bit more believable. I do like that. So it's a hot August afternoon, and I'm just enjoying some air conditioning, some oolong tea, and I'm watching Plastic Galaxy, which is like a documentary about Kenner and how they got the license to Star Wars, and the interesting story. I watched this like when I first got this DVD a long time ago, and like they were talking about how like they didn't have, like, they weren't provided reference material for the X-Wings and such in the first batch of toys, and that's the reason why they don't really look really good. The TIE Fighter, you know, that the proportions are not very good at all. But by the time they got around to like Empire, and you know, like the Snowspeeder was pretty awesome, the Slave One was pretty spot on, and then Return of the Jedi, it's when we finally got the Y-Wing. And that toy was so cool, but I never got it. I never got it. I wanted it. My friend had that, the Y-Wing, and the B-Wing. Nobody I knew had the A-Wing, and that was released with a little bit late in the game, and so the A-Wing was released as part of the Ewoks Droids cartoon. But it wasn't like cartoony at all, though it looked pretty solid as a, you know, for the regular action figures, and man, that A-Wing was pretty darn cool. But anyhow, I sold all of my Star Wars toys when I moved to Japan. I sold, like, I had the Millennium Falcon, the Slave One, all that stuff. The only thing I kept was the AT-ST and my action figures, because AT-ST, I love that thing. I really, really love that toy. And my wife had the reissue of the AT-AT. That thing, the first version, they had like this snow weathering, and the one I have is the indoor weathering. So it's got a bunch of, you know, green mud and crap all over it. Now the reason why I have not yet done the droids is because just not going to do that. The droids are going to be separate from the ship, so they're not going to be all heavily weathered like the ship is going to be, right? So that's my reasoning. Probably going to do the droids last because, you know, I got to have a bunch of shiny domes and stuff. It would be really cool if somebody could come out with like aftermarket parts, so you can just snap this guy off here and like put down like a R5 droid. That would be cool, man. That would be so cool. Now, as far as I know, these three ships all have R2 astromechs and not R5 astromechs, so I guess we can avoid that issue that way. But Red Leader had, well, the studio model had like R2 on him, but when you look at, what's his name, like Gavin Dryce or whatever his name is, the character, if the Red Leader, when you see him in his cockpit, you definitely see an R5 unit, and it's like R5 K6 or something like that, the red, black and white R5 unit, and he's really cool looking. And I'm hoping, really hoping that Bandai can release a kit of that, and like I know that they have released the black, or they're about to release the black droid, the R4I9. That's that more of a conehead shaped black astromech droid that was seen on the Death Star. That was a suggestion of mine, and it's actually being made into a model, so I'm happy about that. I can't claim that I'm responsible for that, but I certainly did talk to the guy, the Bandai rep, and he liked my idea, and then like a year later they're coming out with it. So, you know, you draw your own conclusions. I'm saying that maybe my input was helpful, but I'm not sure, you know, if I was like the only input. I think maybe these guys have lots of cool ideas when they're making these models. So The B-Wing is about to come out. Right now it's in the middle of August. I think it's August 14th. B-Wing is on its way. The August 25th. I'm super excited about that. And once we get that, guys, I think probably, I'm guessing, but they're probably going to announce a TIE bomber by the end of 2018, or possibly going into 2019. We're going to see a TIE bomber. It's going to be so cool, man. It's going to be cool, let me tell you. Alright, I think these are nice and blended, and looking pretty filthy. And I think we're done. Oh, wait. I think I need to get this guy a little bit dirtier on the bottom here. Does look nice. Just want to kind of, go in this direction or this direction. There. Very cool. Very cool. Okay, we're going to let this dry now. Next I'm going to use what's called Mr. Weathering Color Filter Liquid. And this is shade blue. So it's going to have a bit of a shade. Now this is Weathering Color. And then this is Weathering Color Filter Liquid. So this also has a ball bearing. And I'm just going to drop some in my little paint tray here. Let's see how this goes. I imagine this stuff is probably going to be thinner. Oh my gosh. That might be a little bit too thick. Let's see. I'm going to put the cap back in here. I've never used this, okay? So just bear with me. And we got some spare plastic here. Let's see how this works here. Yeah, I'm going to want this to be a bit thinner. Considerably thinner than that. I'm not sure. Let's just take this one a little bit at a time. Now, for the weathering solvent stuff, I'm going to use this here. This is the actual solvent that you're supposed to use with this stuff here. I'm kind of squirt it out a little bit. Sorry about that. Okay. Oh yeah. Let's just try this on the bottom here maybe a little bit, see how this goes. Oh hey, that's kind of cool looking. Just wanted to do something unique here. Just get a little bit of a shade on here. On the main body of this guy here. There. This is cool. Don't know if you can get this where you live. Most of my viewers are it's either America or the UK or Japan. And if you live in Japan, then obviously you know where to get this, but interesting. You might try an online ordering place. I ran out of battery power just now. So anyhow, this is a really neat looking filter here. It's very neat. Now these filters come in just like primary colors. Like this is blue, it's the only one I have. They also have like a red and a yellow one, I'm pretty sure. I know for sure they have a yellow one. But I just wanted to kind of break this up a little bit and kind of make this a little bit unique, stand out from the others. Because I'm looking at the reference material, and it looks like these are the gold 5 here. This is a little bit different shade than the other ones had. Okay. Just only on the body. Okay. Pretty cool. Alright, next I want to do, like, I think the black. I want to go over this with black a bit. Bring out the more recessed details. Cool. So now I'm going back to gold leader here. The weathering stuff, the gray, is kind of clumped up a little bit, so what I'm going to do is I got this cotton swab here. I dipped it in the weathering solution. Just kind of going to go over it like this here. There. Kind of remove some of that excess there. Great. I think the other one's pretty much clean. Yeah, that's alright. That's looking great. Okay, great. Next is going to be the multi-black, which is the first in the series Master Weathering color. Let's open this up. And I'm maybe just going to take this directly out of the bottle. Oh, that's looking nice. That's looking very nice. Let me see if I can zoom in here. Looking nice. So this is a gold leader I'm working on first. Just gonna pick out all these tiny little details. Got some grates here. Got a bunch of subtle, tiny little detail. It's just amazing the level of detail that they're capable of doing in these little kits. And it's really kind of just makes me kind of just roll my eyes when I hear people. They're always like so negative about these little kits, like, oh, I only want to build big kits, and it's like, dude, these are pretty darn fun. They're small, they're fun, they're in scale with the other stuff. I mean, come on. I mean, this is in scale with like the 1/44 scale Millennium Falcon, you know, so I'm happy. So all that, that just comes to life immediately, doesn't it? That is so cool. Now it's got a big glob that's gonna fall. And just gotta pick out all this neat stuff here. Yeah, it's just amazing. I really, I mean, I don't want to sound like a snob, but I don't see any Western model companies that are capable of this fine of detail. I mean, it's not like I don't appreciate those companies, but man, this is so cool. Very cool. And again, I got a glob that's about ready to fall off. There, let's do this top part here. Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at that. Yeah, okay, I guess I'm in focus, right? It looks in focus in my view screen. Hopefully it's gonna turn out alright for this video. Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
The term that companies generally use, or at least tend to use, for setting up a display aisle in a coordinated way is planner.
Okay.
Catalogs or brochures for essential retailers are told in this stores. Hopefully, it actually looked that way when they set it up. But who knows if it really did.
Oh my gosh. This is so awesome. Sorry if I'm being annoying, but, you know, whatever. You don't have to watch my videos. I'm actually, again, I don't know why anybody really watches my videos, because I'm not an expert. I'm sure there's like, you know, Mr. Model Expert Master 1000 or whatever. Go watch his videos if you want to learn something. But I think by now people should know that you don't really come here to be educated. You just come here to just watch somebody explore the hobby. So we got all this stuff in the back here. You don't want to miss that. Also got that rear view window there. I don't want to mess that up, you know. Don't want to forget that. Probably gonna do that last. I'm probably gonna go over these decals like one more time. And oh shoot, I just realized. There's like a stupid ass air bubble right there on the decal. Shit. Well, popped it. Huh. I wonder if I can go over that with like a masking solution or something like that. Or not masking, the setting solution. Jeez, I can't talk. I normally can't talk actually, because I'm silly as hell. Ah. Kind of got a little bit too much there. This is so cool. Anyhow, I guess I can just kind of skip ahead. But oh, you know what? What we can do together here, since you're watching, let's do the final lines here. Oh, that's nice. Misoraiki. Oh. I find myself holding my breath. There. Very nice. Got him on the... There we go. Now what we can do is kind of streak that back. There. Keep up the filthy facade. There. Oh my gosh, this is so cool, man. Let's get this stuff in here. Fills in automatically, that's great. There. There, okay, and it adds to the dirtiness. I think I'm going to get it in here as well. Probably want to try to get that dirty in there, that'd be great. And sorry if this is not in focus, I keep moving around. There. There. Then streak. There. Nice. Do 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 do. Phenomenon. Okay. Oops, sorry. I keep moving around here. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh my gosh. That's great. So. Dun, 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 dun. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I put too much down, but you know what? Maybe I don't care. Maybe that's okay. Maybe I meant to do that, and you don't even know. What do you think? Do you believe me? I think we can kind of salvage this. Just use a cotton swab, or cotton bud as they're called in the UK, I think. Not that I would know. Never been there. Kind of scared. There. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. And let's get the other side here. Okay. Oh no, the coat rack is all filled up, and I don't want to put my coat on the back of my chair. It might get all wrinkly. This looks like a job for Spontaneous Erection Man. Oh, it's Spontaneous Erection Man. May I help? Yeah, well, my coat. I don't have anywhere to hang it. Might I be of assistance? Oh, thank you, Spontaneous Erection Man. It's my job to help and stuff. Okay. Okay, I don't know why I thought of that just now. I'm kind of a perv, I guess. What the hell? Why would my wife even marry me? It's like, dude, can't take you anywhere. I'm gonna just drop this in here. Look at that. That's sloppy. What are you doing? You don't know what you're doing. You're fraud. Nobody likes you. I'm unsubscribing right now. You suck. Shut up. Stop criticizing me. You sound like my mom. I'm gonna dip this in here. There. Wipe off the excess on my apron. And then take this off like that. Oh, you thought I screwed everything up, didn't you? Well, screw you. Don't know what you're talking about. Have more faith in me than that, you goofballs. Alright. I'm gonna skip ahead, because this is like, I'm still working on this one guy. I haven't even touched the other ones yet. And I don't want to bore you guys too much, but you get the idea of what I'm doing. It's gonna be a kind of a time-consuming process, but it's fun. So, whatever, huh? Okay, be back soon. I've got some Tamiya XF50 Field Blue. This is enamel. What I'm doing is just dabbing it on the nacelles here. Trying to match what I see in the notes of the fine molds. So I'm going to flip this over and see about, yeah. So, you know me, I'm not trying to get totally accurate, but, you know, just whatever. I'm not going to kill myself trying to get totally accurate. There we go. Put some stuff down here. There. And put some dots around over here. Oh, see, I made that one a little bit too big. I can Yeah, maybe that looks better, I guess.
Screaming children in the basement, only to claim it was the sound of kids playing outside and then leave. Why were surveillance tapes showing Dutro constructing the entrance to the dungeon where the kidnapped girls were?
And then I think on the sides as well. Not so much though. Actually, gold leader here is supposed to have a blue stripe here, but there was no corresponding decal. But, you know, oh well. Yeah.
Figures determined to stop the full truth coming out. Who were the members of the government? Conoro said were protecting the real suspect in the
Okay. So again, this is field blue. Now I'm going to move on to gold 5. And the colors are a little bit subtler on this guy here. So I'm going to be using medium blue, so it's a bit lighter, and use that for the impact chips and such. Alright. I guess I should probably clean off the paintbrush a little bit. Yeah. It's actually darker than it looks like on the bottom. I was kind of thinking it was going to be a bit lighter than that. Okay. Again, I'm not really getting too accurate. I'm just kind of just doing it as I see fit, I suppose, but also looking at the picture for a little bit of reference. Okay. And then our next guy, which is gold 3, is a little bit of the dots. Let me get this back out. Okay. And then there. And I need a bit of dots kind of going along here. Okay. There we go. Okay. And not so much anything on the bottom there, really. But whatever. Okay. Well, I guess I'm pretty much done here. Let me add a little bit to the nacelles a bit. There. Okay, Fantastic.